this video, we're going to be looking at the greatest sprinters in history who specialise in the 100 metre event without placing emphasis on the 200 metres. Any sprinters who have won a championship medal in the 200 metres during their career will be excluded from this list. At number 5 we have Christian Coleman. Coleman is the only sprinter on this list who is still competing, but given his personal best time of 9.76 and the gold and silver world championship medals he had won by the age of 23, he deserves a place on this list. Coleman ran his 200 metre personal best time of 19.85 in 2017, which is an exceptional time for a sprinter who does not compete in the 200 metres at major championships. Early in his career, Coleman had a tendency to lose races by getting passed out just before the line after gaining the lead from his blistering starts. There is still plenty of time for Coleman to perfect his race execution, and we will see in the 2022 season what kind of form he brings heading into the World Champs after his 2-year absence from the sport. Leroy Burrell was one of the most dominant 100 metre sprinters during the early 90s and was a former world record holder, breaking the record with a time of 9.90 in 1991 and again with a time of 9.85 in 1994. He was an integral part of the USA 4x100 metre relay team that won gold in 3 consecutive years at the 91 World Champs, 92 Olympics and 93 World Champs. Burrell did compete in the 200 metres in the 91 World Championships after he had won the silver medal in the 100 metres, but he was eliminated from the 200 metres in the quarterfinals. His personal best in the 200 metres was a respectable time of 20.12. Ben Johnson was one of the most controversial 100 metre sprinters in history. He won gold medals in both the 1987 World Championships and the 1988 Olympics, setting world records in both races with 9.83 in the World Champs and 9.79 in the Olympics. Both of these records were voided after Johnson admitted to using steroids for several years to enhance his performances. Such dramatic improvements in the sprint times had never been seen before Johnson's performances. In 1987, he decreased the world record by an entire tenth of a second. Johnson implemented a running style that seemed unorthodox at the time, but it redefined how people would understand the mechanics of sprinting. Johnson was the fastest starter in the world and held a 60 metre world record time of 6.41. Since Johnson placed so much emphasis on explosive power, he was not particularly suited to running the 200 metres, and his personal best was a time of 20.41. Donovan Bailey is a former world and Olympic 100 metre gold medalist. He won the 100 metre final at the 1996 Olympics with a world record breaking time of 9.84. Bailey was 28 when he broke the world record and surprisingly only had his first senior race a few years prior, having taken several years away from sprint training after high school. Bailey was known as a slow starter who was never the first out of the blocks, but due to his ability to reach incredible top speed, he usually came on strong in the race after 60 metres. During his world record run, he hit a top speed of 12.1 metres per second, which was the fastest ever recorded at the time. It's common for athletes with slow starts and great top speeds to also compete in the 200 metres, but Bailey chose not to. He had a 200 metre personal best of 20.42, which he set in 1998. Bailey played a major role in the gold medals that Canada won in the 4x100 metre relay in 1995, 96 and 97. Asafa Powell is the fastest 100 metre sprinter on this list with a personal best time of 9.72. He has run under 10 seconds 97 times, which is by far the most of any sprinter in history. He's also ran under 9.8 seconds on 8 occasions, and he was the last person to hold the 100 metre record before Usain Bolt. His first world record breaking time of 9.77 was run in Greece in 2005. He ran 9.77 seconds, twice more in 2006, before he lowered his world record to 9.74 in Reti in 2007, while running in a semi-final heat where he intentionally slowed down several metres before the finish line. Paul's 200 metre personal best was 19.90, which he ran in 2006. This shows that he could have been capable for competing for medals at the longer sprint distance, but he never decided to compete in the 200 metres at any championships. Powell is often regarded as one of the most anatomically perfect 100 metre sprinters due to his powerful yet tapered build. Powell had arguably the best start of any sprinters of his stature, standing comfortably above 6 feet tall. His drive phase was one of the best in history, and he holds one of the fastest 30-meter splits ever of 3.77 seconds when he exploded out of the blocks ahead of Bolt in Stockholm in 2008. His personal best in the 60 meters was 6.44, which he ran in 2016. But by this stage of his career he was already 33 years old, but it is fair to speculate that he could have ran below 6.4 if he had competed in the 60 meters during his prime years from 2005 to 2008. Powell has never won a gold medal in the 100 meters at either the Olympics or World Championships and is the most talented sprinter who has never accomplished this. Regardless of this, he has played a major role in Jamaica winning gold medals in the 4x100 meter relays in the Olympics in 2016 and the World Championships in 2009 and 2015.